I've been volunteering at Bethesda since January 2019.
I've been volunteering here at Bethesda for 20 years.
I feel so privileged to have been able to do what I've done in this world, and now I have a chance to really give back.
I volunteer at the Bethesda Clinic because there's a need here for volunteer dentists to come help provide care for people who can't afford care out in the marketplace.
Well, it's important to volunteer at Bethesda because we have the opportunity to do so. We're really fortunate to live here in Tyler, Texas, where we have a lot of resources and we've been given a whole lot.
I feel that it's part of my Christian ministry, and it's a joy.
In a country with broken health care, the Bethesda system is as close to making health care accessible as I've ever seen. For some of us, it's just an everyday passage of, getting health care when you're sick. For some people, it's a mountain that has to be climbed.
There are lots of people in the world who have no way of paying for their care. The government doesn't do it, they don't have the money, and you can go into a foreign country and find them by the hundreds and thousands.
Once a month, we do a GI clinic here at Bethesda, and we're able to do procedures that are so cost prohibitive anywhere else.
And here, through years of experience and empathy, we have access to substantially discounted care for our patients in the clinic and outside the clinic. X-rays, CAT scans that need to be done, referrals to other doctors.
Someone said one time after I was going to Belize from about my 10th trip, what about people in America? Then we founded the dental part of the Bethesda Clinic. Churches got involved here, and so we now are able to help people even in our own country.
I do spine surgery, so when I see patients at Bethesda at this point, I'm seeing spine patients and getting to the point where they can't perform their usual jobs. One in particular I'm thinking of is a custodial job. I had an injury and simply couldn't do it anymore. So being able to do something to help him allowed him to go back to work, provide for his family, and I think it helped him too a lot with his outlook on life.
I'm thinking of a patient who's in his early 40s. He presented with complications of diabetes and poor control, and we've been able to work with him over time, stabilize his kidney function with the use of new medicines. He's done extremely well, and in the process, he's accepted Christ.
I take care of a young woman who came into the clinic complaining of having severe headaches, and she was off balance and her face was swelling. She was frightened to death. We had a couple of doctors, not in this clinic, made it challenging to get her the care she needed, but ultimately we were able to, and I just talked to the doctor who's taken over her care at Christus and is going to finally get this tumor that she's been living with for the last 4 months removed, and with every expectation that she will be fine.
It's great fun to work with the patients, and I think that they appreciate how special a place Bethesda is.
The gratitude of the patients is the greatest reward that I get.
They are usually not only extremely grateful, but very compliant and usually very happy to do those because they want to feel better.
Personally, why do I come? Because I love to see the smiles on their faces when their life has changed because their teeth are made prettier or their pain is taken away. It's a fulfilling thing for a dentist to come here and enjoy that relationship with these patients.
God's told us to whom much is given, much will be required. He's given us all time, and we get to decide how we use the time. If we're able to use it in a way that would honor Him, that would glorify Him, then that is time well spent.
Anytime I can give back at all and show God's love to other people, that's what I want to do. And most of our volunteers, that's the same reason that they're doing that, is to share the love of God with other people.
All of us have some time. We don't all have to be working for money at every moment.
It's hard when people are very busy in their lives, but I think that anyone who has the opportunity to volunteer and does it, they're very glad that they did.
It's not just doing the dental care or just treating their diabetes and so forth. They have a life that's suffering for other reasons.
I would encourage people, whether you're part of the medical community or not, to be able to be involved because it makes a difference for our community. And not only do you make a difference for them physically, but you make a difference for them spiritually because they have the opportunity to hear the gospel.
Sometimes it's just as simple as holding their hand and letting them cry, because some of the circumstances that some of the patients here are going through are just heartbreaking. It's just knowing that they have somebody listening to them and caring about them that really makes a difference.
Bethesda was not a project of a bunch of men. It was a project driven by God and continues to be. Many times I feel like I get more out of it than patients do.